What is up, party people? Welcome to beautiful Iabella. I have some time to myself, so I figured why not take you guys on a beautiful tour of this island. There's a wonderful bike path that runs up and down. Mestre Nene has lent me his bike, so we're gonna use that and teach you guys how to take some self-portraits of yourself, because I know a lot of us, when we're traveling, and it's just us and the camera, there's not a lot of people to hold the camera and take a photo of ourselves to get the ones that we want. So we're gonna bang out a couple self-portraits while we're checking out this beautiful island. Let's go. Welcome to Hasta Luego Diego's self-portrait bike tour. I want elements in the photo that I want to show off. So we're on a beach, so palm trees are awesome, coconuts if I can find them are awesome, sand, cliffs, rock, anything, think of colors, and don't crash. We're coming up on these palm trees. I think I'm gonna try to do something with these. Yep, first stop, like 5 minutes in, palm trees, baby. Spot. It's only 5 minutes since we started, and I mean, island beauty is island beauty. But anyway, we have these palm trees right above us, as you can see, and I love palm trees when they're planted all together like this because it offers some depth of field. So this is what the idea looks like. So there's that palm tree all the way out there, and I think if I get on that ledge and then from here shoot that way, then I think we'll be good. I have the wide angle 8-18 lens on, but I'm gonna change to 35 to 100 so that I can get the depth of field and compression that I want. Sometimes it helps before you change the photo to just handy dandy iPhone it and just check out the composition, what it looks like zoomed in. So this is the idea that I have. Hopefully it will look nicer with the compression from the telephoto lens. But anyway, let's set this thing up. Let's do this. This is what it looks like framed up. We got the nice kayak in the lower thirds. I'm supposed to be right there on that ledge. The only problem is it's all the way over there. So we gotta run there and then hope no one steals my camera off this path. Let's do it. That was the first shot of the day. I kinda like it. I kinda got down there, looked at the composition on my phone, which is a live app that I was using, and I was way too small and way too south in the frame. I decided you might hops a little bit and jump. So I jumped to an empty spot in the frame to kind of isolate me. So even though I'm small, I'm like the only one in that area of the frame. And I think it turned out quite funny. I like jumping photos, if you guys couldn't have tell by now. But on the fly, you just gotta kind of figure out how to find a solution to those things. So if stuff drowns you out and it's too crowded, put yourself where there's not a crowd. That one was hard. I was far away from my camera, but thankfully I utilized the remote shutter app on this guy, and on to the next location. We're back on the bike path. Let's go find our next photo. Yeehaw. Okay folks, we have arrived at our second photo destination. I stopped because there's a playground right about here, but actually found this perfect rock with this perfect little tree, and then if you squat down like right here, you can kind of hide the beach that's in front of it and get the beach that's behind it. So let's knock out this photo and then I'll explain why this is kind of a perfect recipe for a self-portrait, especially when you're traveling alone. Let's take the photo. We are here at our second composition and it looks really nice on camera. I got kind of the photo that I was looking for, but let me show you guys the problem with this. We are on a rock, and on the other side of that rock is this cliff. Yep, all the way straight down to the beach. So it's about like a 15-foot drop, but nonetheless, I don't want to fall while I'm taking the photo, and I was in a pretty precarious position. I don't know what this guy's looking at, but he's checking out my bike, so I need to go. We have the photo taken, and I said there was a very important piece of this composition that's important when you're traveling alone and taking self-portraits, and that is that I was there and the camera was here. Now that's about 3.5 feet distant. That's not far at all. And that's something you definitely want to look for. You want to look for the opportunity to put your camera very close to you and get the shot that you want at the same time. Now it's not always possible because good photos always come with some risk. This one was falling down this cliff on the other side that I had no idea was there. But getting your camera stolen is definitely one thing we want to avoid. So try to keep your camera as close to you as possible, if possible. Number 2, checked off the list. Let's go. It's 2 down, X amount more to go. See what this island has to offer. It's beautiful. Hope you guys can see that. Ooh, Oh, 100% stopping here. Oh shit. Photo number 3, here we go. Okay, party people, this composition just keeps getting better and better. I originally stopped because of this slanted palm tree, but there's coconuts, like real life coconuts. So we're throwing these down. On my way. I'm on my way. I don't think you can ever have enough coconuts. Let's take this photo. We have the whole composition already set up. Got the coconuts on the ground. We got the composition right here. Perfect rule of thirds plan. Lay there, toss a coconut up in the air. It's just too much to see, and I'm gonna see it all. I can't believe I made it. Another good tip when you're taking self-portraits, gonna be walking away from your camera, make sure to secure it. Right here I have my bag strapped to my bike via this handy dandy cord. Then again, here's where my bike was. That's where I was. So proximity, again, is key, not walking too far away from anything. On to the next location. I'm on my way. We've made it out of the 3rd photo spot and we're just cruising. We're about to approach the historic center, Centro Histórico de Isabela, and it's beautiful. We just passed the classic 14 stages of the cross statues. Probably hit those up on the way back. On my way. Whoa, I'm on my way. We have stopped, I think, at our 4th spot, if I'm correct, and it's not as scenic as the beach or the cliff sides or the palm trees or the coconuts, but what we have here is we have a nice stretch of the bike path that goes very straight for a long period of time. So what I think we're gonna try to do is line up a shot where I'm coming straight at you on the bike, kind of a cool minimalistic looking photo. So that's the style we're going for. Let's see how we do it. Like I said, we always lock up the bag to the bike, make people's life harder if they want to ruin mine. Bink. Locking the bag to the bike actually wasn't a smart idea because we're gonna use the bike. That was the whole purpose of this thing, so good job, Diego. Here's the setup. It's actually been kind of tricky to time this thing. Here's the long stretch. We got the framed up, so it's perfect on this. It's been hard to time this. I've had to like stop and start like 10 times. It's been kind of frustrating. It's honestly kind of impressive that this simple shot is the hardest to get. I think we got a couple candid ones. Not kind of the look I was looking for. We'll see how we can edit them. Let's go. We have arrived in Centro Histórico of downtown Isabela, and figured while I fuel up, grab some lunch, I'd walk you guys through what gear I'm using for today's adventure. Self-portraits are something that don't demand a lot of gear, and it's probably best if you're traveling alone to keep it light, small, compact, and super simple. So I'll just give you a rundown. Let's dig into this. Let's dig into the gear. Okay, so the gear for today, super simple. I'm gonna flip on this camera so you guys can see, but we have the Panasonic GH5 with the 8 to the 18 lens, moment and variable ND filter, Jobby Gorilla Pod. Super simple setup. This is what I use to take like probably half the photos we're taking today. For the vlog, we got the Rode Mic Go, I believe that's what it's called. This is the main setup, and so the only thing that ever needs to be altered on this is the lens and the ND filter if you're swapping, but I haven't had to do that much today. So the second lens that we brought today is the Panasonic 35 to 100 lens. It's a super compact telephoto lens. We got these curved lens caps which have come in nice handy. I've lost a couple lens caps and these fit like all my lenses, but these 2 lenses have done the job for today, and I honestly think I've only taken 2. I think I've taken 2 photos with this lens and 2 photos with that lens, and I'm super excited to get back to Mr. Nene Caso de Capoeira, edit these photos before Mike comes back. I believe there's a couple places that we need to stop on the way back that I passed up, so let's get back to the action, folks. We are back in action, bellies are full, and we are going to resume our self-portrait island mission. We're heading back now, so we're gonna stop at a couple spots that I think would work out that we just didn't stop at before. Okay, party people, we have arrived at our 4th, 5th, don't know yet, at this destination. There are beautiful steel statues and the 14 stages of the cross is what they call it, but they are very beautiful and pretty stunning from an artistic standpoint. And I think they're one of the big landmarks here in Ilhabela. So we are going to snag our self-portraits right here. So we're gonna stand in the middle, trying to get a dynamic shot. We got the 8-18 on. We're gonna open it all the way up to 8 millimeters to get that wide angle. Let's set it up, see how it looks. We got the whole composition set up. 3 statues right behind us. Here is what a position looks a little bit like this, if you can see that. So you got the 3 statues, rule of thirds. That first statue split in the frame. Okay, I think that was a successful mission. Again, we followed the simple rules of proximity. That's what I'm telling you. Do not let your camera equipment get stolen. There was my bag, there was my camera, and there I was. So we were super close. Keep it that way. Like I said, some situations, you'll find yourself in a situation where it's farther than you would like it, but just be ready to get up and run, or have something secure like a lock like I showed you earlier. But yep, followed simple rules, banged out that shot. Let's see what else we got. Okay, party people, we have reached the end of the biking trail. Thank you guys for tagging along on today's video. I love bringing you guys along on the adventure behind the adventures. But yes, we are in Brazil this month as part of Month in the Making with Mike Savas, doing the photo and the video gig. It's been awesome. Taking photos of yourself by yourself while traveling is definitely a skill. So if I helped you in any way, it was worth it. Thank you guys very much for sticking with me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll throw up the photos right now. I think we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mix, but I just threw them up. Comment your favorite one that we took. I know they weren't too scenic. We just stuck to this bike path. I thought it was an easy free day activity. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, and as always, hasta luego from Diego.